The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for Essex MA, beginning at 1:45 p.m. and ending at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time. A train suddenly got slid off from the rails and got into accident. The train caused major damage to the station due to the accident occurred. At least several injuries have already been reported. So far, there are 5 to 7 people confirmed dead due to the accident. We're not sure of what caused the train to get into an accident, but all residents are strongly urged to remain away, and until it is declared safe. Authorities in the Massachusetts State Police is now further investigating any strange activity that might be responsible for the train derailment accident. If you witness any strange activity, dial 911. Again, stay off from the derailment train until everything is being cleared up. Remain tuned to local media news and outlets.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Merrimack County Emergency Management. A train has exploded unexpectedly. This takes place at the railroad bridge. The driver of a train did not place the bomb on the train, confirming that an unknown individual is responsible for the damage. Firefighters are on the scene to extinguish the fires. The police are now investigating for the unknown suspect that is believed to be responsible for the explosion. The railway bridge sustained major damage as the result of the explosion. The Main Street Bridge sustained minor damage from the explosion. Remember to stay off the bridge and let the firefighters extinguish the fires. This incident was also reported in Newburyport, Massachusetts. It is unknown who is responsible, but the police are suspecting that the dangerous individual is responsible for the explosions. Stay tuned for more information.
following message is transmitted at the request of the Rensselaer County Emergency Management. A train has suddenly lost grip from rail and causes a huge accident in train station Amtrak. The train station Amtrak was reported to be in critical damage from the accident. It is unknown who was responsible for the derailment of the train, but the police has suspected that the unknown individual is responsible for the train derailment. The train was going at a high speed and suddenly got into accident by being derailed. Stay off from the accident. The train station Amtrak has been closed until the train accident has been cleared up. Stay tuned for more information.
Hello everyone, I am Paul, and this is KZRG News Talk, serving the city of Joplin, Missouri. Today, we have received reports of a train derailment across the following states: Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and New York. Casualties, injuries, and deaths have been reported. If you live in any of these states, remain away from the train, as it could explode at any moment due to an extreme impact from the accident. We have correspondent here, Daniel. Do you have anything to say about this situation?
Yes, I'm seeing a lot of damage from the train in Newburyport, Massachusetts. Firefighters are working hard on putting the fire out. I'm literally seeing all damage from the derailed train and I have nothing else to say. And I all gotta say is, I hope people are all right and good condition. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you, Daniel. Well, that's all I got for now. This is Paul here, signing off.
Civil danger warning, civil danger warning, civil danger warning. The civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for Essex NJ, effective until further notice. Multiple train accidents and the subway train accidents have been reported throughout the Newark metropolitan area. The accident has caused major damage to the Newark station. Casualties and injuries have already occurred. Explosions have been reported throughout the Newark subway train station. The authorities has requested that all residents right near the subway station is strongly advised to remain away, as there will be many ambulance and firefighters are on the scene. This report is also similar to the incident that occurred in Newburyport, Massachusetts, Hooksett, New Hampshire, and Rensselaer, New York. The police is suspecting that the suspect is responsible for the explosion and derailment, as the driver of the subway train did not put an explosion underneath the subway train. Police will now investigating for a suspect. Stay tuned to local media news and outlets when they are available. Again, leave the subway station immediately.
Civil danger warning. Civil danger warning. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Hartford Police Department and the Hartford County Sheriff's Office. A train has been exploded, located in Hartford Union Station. The explosion has caused severe damage to the station and likely caused many injuries and casualties. It is unknown who is responsible for the train explosion, but the police are suspecting that we are dealing with a type of an organization group, as it is likely the cause behind all of the damage throughout other states. The authorities are requesting all residents to stay away from the explosion. Firefighters are on the scene to extinguish the fires. If you approach to the explosion of the train, you will be arrested and questioned. The smoke of the fire has been seen throughout downtown Hartford as the terrible event unfolds. Stay tuned to local media news and outlets on this dangerous situation. Repeating, stay away from explosion. The civil authorities has issued a civil danger warning for the city of Chicago. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Chicago Police Department. A train in the middle of the highway has suddenly been derailed. As the result of that, a huge explosion was reported as the result of the impact. According to the witnesses, the train was going at a high speed, causing the train to be derailed and cause explosion when impacted. All residents in the highway that are near at the explosions are strongly advised to leave the area. Firefighters are on the scene to put out the fire. The police are suspecting that an unknown individual is responsible for the derailment and the explosion. The police are investigating for the suspect. If you see the suspect in your area, call 911. Stay tuned for more information.
Civil authorities has issued a local area emergency for Blair, PA, beginning at 10:02 a.m. and ending at 4:00 p.m. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Altoona Police Department and the Blair County Sheriff's Office. A train has been derailed, resulting in a massive explosion and causing extensive damage to buildings and the surrounding areas. The police are requesting that all residents who are near the fire are strongly advised to leave the area. Firefighters are on the scene to extinguish the fires. In addition, the police has spotted an unknown individual walking away from the derailed train, holding a suitcase. This individual is described as a white male, unknown age, unknown weight, wearing a light gray shirt and pants, and wearing a black shoes. If spot this individual in your area, call 911 immediately. The description of this individual will repeat in about an hour, in order for all residents to remember the description of this unknown individual. Stay tuned for more information. Repeating, stay away from the derailed train.
National Center Statement. An individual that has been discovered in Altoona, Pennsylvania, has been confirmed that this individual has the technology to cause trains to be derailed and exploded automatically. The police and the FBI will try to search for that individual, and hopefully they will capture him. This is the National Center Statement for the entire United States, due to ongoing situation that is happening in much of northeastern United States. If you spot this individual, call 911. Do not approach this individual. If you have discovered the individual's whereabouts, you are asked to contact the authorities and let them know about the individual's whereabouts. Stay tuned to local media news and outlets for more information.
Here's the weather outlook for Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 81 degrees.
This is an urgent message being sent out at the request of local authorities. An individual has identified as Steve Jupiter. We have reports that Steve Jupiter is planning on controlling the entire trains and subway trains across the United States, and as well as Alaska and Hawaii. If he does that, then the majority of cities and towns across the United States will be experiencing major damage. The police are on the scene and trying to find and capture Steve Jupiter. This is an urgent message to the public for this emergency. If you see Steve Jupiter anywhere, call 911 immediately. Please do not upperhand the suspect, and let the police do its thing. Stay tuned for more information on this situation. This message will repeat shortly. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the United States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This is the emergency action termination. Repeating, this is the emergency action termination. Steve Jupiter was been caught by the police at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. Steve Jupiter will now face 20 years in jail due to the destruction of the trains that he caused. Again, this is the emergency action termination. All regular programming may now continue. Your government thanks you for our cooperation.
message. This is not a test. The following message has been requested at the request of myself, the Vice President, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Steve Jupiter has taken control of all of the subway trains and trains across the United States, causing extensive damage as a result of it. The police tried to capture Steve Jupiter, but it all failed, and Steve Jupiter has managed to control the entire trains across the United States through his powers. All residents across the United States who are near the train is strongly advised to evacuate. If you are not currently living near at the train, please remain indoors until further notice. If you are in the city and see any of the explosions in the area, leave your spot immediately. My fellow Americans, we are going through toughest times, but if we work together and stay safe, we will rise and become stronger than ever. Thank you, and it is my message.